Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I will be checking out a new album from 156 Silence called Narrative. This is my most anticipated album for this year that is announced. I am stoked. The singles have been incredible. I can't even pick a favorite. It's constantly changing because I just love all of them. I've got videos on the channel for all of the singles, as well as If Pleasure's Gone, which had a music video with it. You can find all of that on the channel, and I will do this album reaction as I've been doing all of them. I will go through in order as the album is, and then for the tracks that I have on the channel already, I'll just start them so you can see the order of the album, but I won't do a full reaction since those already exist on the channel. But everything else that is new, I will be doing today. I don't really have much to say that I haven't already said about this band. They are incredible. With the Don't Hold Your Breath EP from last year and these singles, they have been just on an entirely different level. I will be seeing them live for the first time in November, so I'm just so excited. So yeah, I will link all of their social media, any physical orders for the album, all of that stuff in the description. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it. This is such a perfect opener. I haven't been this excited for an album in a long time.
This is a race. This is a place to feel safe. Because it's a past embrace.
The flow has to be one of my favorite qualities of this band. One of my many favorite qualities. I have such a problem, like, such a problem deciding whether to headbang to the flow sometimes, or the drumming, or what. The bass presence, definitely another favorite quality. Right into that basic bass. That is thick.
Watch.
love that so much. I don't know what it is. Straight into another new one. I, of course, will talk about the album when it's over. That lead being split to the left. Oh. Wow. Production on this is such different forms of expressing heaviness. Oh. There we go. think if I recall on the track list, seeing the singles spread out really nicely. With that flow. I cannot wait to see this band. Oh yeah, and if you can't tell, the single, this and the Past and Grace are of the same trilogy of music videos, and then If Pleasure's Gone is the third of the trilogy. Also, the track list on this album is a ton, which is so cool. One of my favorite parts of all of the singles is this slowdown coming up. Like, another new one there. I am a like, I love this band so much. And I'll talk about why at the end. Was it an interlude track type of thing? Yeah, it definitely was. And in this big place. Okay. Interesting. I didn't realize that before, so I thought it was like, I still like that. But that transition from like where it was sort of spoken into the full vocals there had such, I don't know, the way it was carried was just so cool. The stuff that you like feel, if that makes sense. It's just so hard to pick a favorite single. Everybody just popping up here. A battle for your attention. This was probably the single that surprised me the most. Not probably. It was. Okay, If Pleasure's Gone. This one has a music video, and it's the third of the trilogy. And I have it on the channel, and you should definitely check out the music video if you haven't. It's new with the album. This main riff is like... This song I've known for only a couple days now, but I've been waiting for this to come out, so I could... It out is I hope this will be on the set list. Such a neat part. So this goes into state. I think this will be 2 tracks back to back. like the visualizers. Not that I like the voice. Wow, the vocals there. A lot to take in there. This one and then single and this. This is very cool, this album. Okay. Say the phrase and then the closer.
I've said it for myself.
Like, I guess it's like the unity of the instrumentals and sometimes even the vocals with the instrumentals, but like, you hear the emphasis of the drumming with the riffs and stuff, like, it's just... Production is just immaculate on this. This whole This part reminds me of like a law dispute for some reason. This delivery here. Probably because it's poetic and I think how it's layered like that too. It's definitely how that is layered. This is the track that takes you into the close. Closer time. How about they close the set? Live to see a darker day.
I a seat with me. Take this pill of happiness.
Wow.
Sky
Such
low.
difference.
Open up endless. Smile. Has escaped your lips. My ears. Hiding under
So guys,
it's denial. There's a silent bitch. The victors. Chosen narratives. But I wrote
jeez.
something for the sick.
But wow. Oh, I was so sure. Unless, I mean, that's a pretty long silence. Silence. Is it 2 minutes of silence? These bands are blowing my mind lately. Stop it. It is. Fuck off. Oh my god. Does the silence change though? 156 silence narrative. Let's discuss. So I'm pretty sure that was 1 minute and 56 seconds of silence at the end of that 156 silence. I'm pretty sure I don't know. But also the track list reads as a poem. All of those, like the attention to detail there, but beyond that, the album really lives up to the singles, which I was like, will it be able to do that? And with A Rational Pull, I like that album a lot, but I don't know if I love it, and not in a way where like I almost love it too. I think there are just some parts that didn't quite, and I don't even know what it is, but revisiting it more now that the EP had me hooked and the singles had me hooked, I've enjoyed it more every time I've listened to it, but I definitely have like very specific favorite tracks, whereas this, it's like so evenly spread. Like right off the bat, the Rodents Race having that like super bassy intro being the very first non-single. It's just a very energetic song and start, but there's a lot of sort of the things that were, sprinkled into the singles, the things that were a little bit surprising, like when To Take Your Place came out and stuff, or at least for me, I found a bit surprising. I think they were incorporated really well, and I was glad that the singles were released as they were, like which songs were released as the singles, because Tell the Reason, I feel like would have been an excellent one, but having that for, a non-single was absolutely perfect, because that first minute, especially, I think it's like 30 seconds to the minute mark, it's just so, it's got like in the first minute a breakdown, but then from there the way it like lets off and shifts moods so abruptly and in a way that grabs your attention so much you barely even like register how you just went from like getting down to at least on first listen. But I feel like that will be a song that will hold for some time for me. Another Loss, they're just all so good. I don't have any immediate favorites from the non-singles because all of them I really enjoyed. I didn't even realize that I Am a Fault was an interlude track because I didn't look at the track times or anything like that beforehand. But I looked at the track list, of course, and I scoped out the closer from the beginning. And it's really a 6:52 track-ish, like somewhere around there, like a almost 7-minute track because of that 2 minutes of silence, or about 2 minutes of silence, which I, of course, like when listening to it, I could see sorry if you can hear my stomach making that noise. My stomach is growling. Anyway, the singles disperse throughout the album perfectly. I really have a hard time with these though, I don't think that there would be much of an order that would, although this is a very specific order because it reads as a poem, but I don't think in terms of like how much I enjoy each of them, the order would have like made much of a difference, other than Live to See a Darker Day definitely feeling like that closed off the album and had like a lot of importance, if that makes sense. So for me, I love this. I have been listening since January to Fit for an Autopsy all the time. It's been unquestionably my album of the year. This is certainly something that will come up and fight with it. I after one listen, it's going to be impossible for me to make like a judgment that big. I feel like really, I used to do that super impulsively, kind of be like, oh, album of the year after one listen, and it very well could be, but then I'd have to like go back on it, which is very awkward to do, by the way. Don't do that. You can do that. Obviously, it doesn't truly matter, but it's just, for me, it's like, this is my album of the year, and then, like, a month later to be like, not. But I think with this, I'll know very quickly, like, I'm gonna be no skips. For me, like I was saying, I Am a Fault, I didn't really realize was even an interlude track as it was progressing. I thought it was about to, like, and I was really enjoying what I was hearing of it, too, so I don't feel like that's going to be something that I skip. The singles, I still am constantly listening. I won't be skipping those either, so the production on this. So that was something I wanted to touch on, too, because I went afterwards and I checked who did the production on this, and I was so surprised. So Andy did the production on this, and I'll link his information in the description of this video, and I took a look because I wasn't sure who was the producer that worked with 156 Silence, and he actually did Irrational Pull as well, so it's not a different producer, which I found to be very interesting, because I was like, maybe it's like a mixture of like what they're doing here and like changes in production or something, why this is grabbing me so much more, but it is the same producer. To me, like some of the stuff that I was mentioning with like the split, also like the way that like being able to tell so clearly, like how I was mentioning the emphasis and like kind of like the almost like the unity or like the teamwork that the instrumentals, all of the instruments have, sometimes the vocal melody matching up with that, all of that, you can hear it all so well, the bass coming through where it comes through, like in Tell the Reason, and that at that, like, I think around the minute mark is where it is, where it like completely switches up. All of that is so important to be done the way that this is done, especially if you listen to this with a nice pair of headphones, studio headphones, or, you know, high quality, whatever. It just sounds a lot different, which before I was making YouTube videos, I was not listening to any of this through something like that. And now that I'm like able to tell like differences between that stuff, and being able to even say like, oh, I dig the production here, and like, you know, like last year's Sleep Token having my absolute favorite production and stuff. I know more of like what I'm looking for and stuff, and what appeals to me, I guess. Whereas before I was just chilling on my $10 headphones, my phone speaker and stuff like that. I had no idea. But obviously that's some of the benefits of anyway, this has nothing to do with the album. I'm just very excited because this has absolutely lived up to expectation, and it's going to be something I have to dive even more into. I'm very happy with this. Some of the I guess it's not even just the fact that it's like, you know, clean vocals or singing on here. It's like the haunting sort of sound that's there. And like I had mentioned, in certain parts, like where you have different tones of spoken kind of layered on top of each other, that reminds me a lot of Law Dispute. I had pointed it out, and there's not a ton of it that's done exactly in the way that's like, oh, that reminds me of Law Dispute. You can just tell on this record there are a lot of different ways that 156 Silence has expressed their sound, like different, as I had mentioned in the video for If Pleasure's Gone, rather than, you know, in the breakdown slowing down, the indicator that the breakdown was coming was a slowdown before it and stuff like that. So really just like having the sound that was on, I think, Don't Hold Your Breath would be a great, it was just a step in the right direction for me. So an indicator of what I mean, like in there, because I still don't know what the change was, because I was obviously trying to figure out, was it a switch in producer? I have no idea what's different, but yeah, I love this. I'm going to be listening to this a ton. Let me know what your favorite tracks were. I couldn't tell you what mine were, I don't think. Although the Rodents Race, Tell the Reason were exceptional, but so wasn't a lot of them. All right, I'm going to stop ranting about this. The links for 156 Silence will be in the description of this video, all their support links and stuff. Make sure you give them some love. If you enjoyed this, I will for sure be doing so. I'm very excited to see them in November. If they're going to be coming to your area, this will be my first time seeing them in November, but I'm sure they're going to be fantastic. I've heard great things, so let me know what you thought in the comments of the album, favorite tracks, all that good stuff. Other than that, you can also find my Linktree, which will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about in every video. We have a music community, but we've also got channels for stuff unrelated to music as well, in terms of conversation and stuff. So a lot of very kind people in there. If you're interested in coming to join, check out the community. That will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. I do post all music related content on there. Chart every Friday of what I've listened to the most over the course of the week, how much I've listened to each thing on that chart, my never-ending merch collection that I'm constantly adding to, you know, stuff, shows sometimes, if I've been to a show recently and have stuff to share from that. So my handle on there is the same as my YouTube channel. It is Rachel Reacts, but again, it will be in that link tree in the description if you have any interest in following me. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.